Hello and welcome to Business Over Coffee International BOC TV. You are with Sherri Henley and my guest Charlisha and Terrell today. It's so good to have you here on the set.
It's good to be here.
Good to be here.
And we've been waiting for this moment because you don't want to go anywhere, because we have a professional photographer and also a fashion designer here with us, among many other things that Terrell does, I know, online, as well as Charlisha. So you're in for a treat today. With Business Over Coffee, I encourage you to check us out online at businessovercoffee.biz. You definitely want to see what's going on there because things are happening. We are bringing everyone together. Today we are at Otherland's Coffee Bar in Midtown Memphis. Fabulous place. We're very excited that they opened their doors to us today and allowed us to come in here and tape BOC TV. So our hats off to them. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup of coffee sometime at, what's the address, Charlisha?
641 South Cooper.
641 South Cooper in Memphis, Tennessee. And for those of you who are international, thank you so much for tuning in today. You can call us to find out more about Business Over Coffee at 901-820-4469. And also, don't forget, we have an event coming up on Thursday, tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? No, that's not tomorrow. I'm really off today. Thursday's about 3 or 4 days from now. But Thursday the 19th, Click and Connect is going to be exciting. And we'll talk more about that here in a few minutes. But for now, I want to get started with our interview with our very special guests. Both are Business Over Coffee members. And we're going to start with Charlisha, because Charlisha is a professional photographer and also a model. Just beautiful work that she does. And Charlisha, you recently did some photography for Business Over Coffee. It turned out really nice.
Yes, it did. Thank you. I really enjoyed doing that. Although I do fashion photography, a lot of times I also do commercial work.
Yes.
So working with Business Over Coffee gave me the opportunity to do some commercial work so that the members can see another style of photography that I do.
Yes, definitely. So how did you get started in photography?
It actually started off with modeling, and I just became very interested in the camera, being in front of the camera.
Right.
So I bought my own and just started taking pictures. I really started taking pictures of nature and children and things like that, but it evolved into my love of fashion. I've always loved fashion.
Yes.
I used to sketch designs as a kid and things like that. I just never really took it seriously until I moved to Memphis. For some reason, Memphis has instilled this drive in me to become the fashion professional that I am destined to be. So
Very interesting. Now, you said you moved to Memphis. Where did you move from?
I moved from a far enough suburb of Chicago.
What part?
It's called North Chicago,
Uh-huh.
but it's about 15 minutes from the Wisconsin border.
Okay, interesting. I lived in Chicago for 5 years, about 20 years ago. So that's the reason why I was asking. I was in Wheaton,
Oh, okay.
the Wheaton area. So very interesting. Now, what brought you to Memphis?
Basically, it was time for a change. Ever since I was young, I wanted to move to a warmer climate because
Yes.
I really hate the snow and I hate the cold. And I had a couple cousins move here first, and they invited me to come move down here with them, so I did.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 6 years ago.
Okay, so you're very well established here in Memphis now, and probably in the Mid-South. Do you work within the tri-state area, or do you pretty much stay here in Memphis?
I'm pretty much a tri-state area person.
Okay.
Most of my business is in Memphis, but I do work with people outside of Memphis, maybe in West Memphis, Arkansas, or South
Right.
Haven, Mississippi.
Sure.
So I still
Sure.
work in the surrounding Memphis areas.
Okay. And not only do you specialize in photography, you also put your hand a little bit into the fashion design, which is where Terrell comes in as well. In fact, I love the scarf. Can we look at that a little bit?
Yes, it's like an infinity scarf that just wraps around.
Oh my
and it's
goodness.
a fashionable accessory.
You make those.
Yes, I make these.
Can I try that on?
Of course.
Okay,
And I
Terrell.
can show you the different ways to wear it.
Oh my goodness.
One of the things that I did with it is I sewed this down into 3 pleats so you'll know that this is the back.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so is this one way to wear it or no?
Yes, some people like
Okay.
to wear it like that just to just to have it
Yeah,
hanging down.
exactly.
Then you can put it over your head, and it's pretty fluffy.
That
It's a
is
nice
really,
accessory, and
really
it adds
nice.
to any outfit pretty much. If you just want to, like me, I have on a black
Yes.
blazer and a white and black t-shirt,
Right.
and it goes well with anything. And the third way that you can wear it is
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to help me get this thing off. There. Okay, there's one way.
okay.
Okay, now tell us where we can find these.
You can find them at K Crochet on Main Street if you're in Memphis.
Oh my goodness.
You're never getting it back.
If you're in
I
Memphis,
love
you can
it.
find them at K Crochet on Main Street, South Main Street. You can Google them. It's K''Presha, and they'll be the first one to come up. Or you can find them on my website starting January 31st at I am Medatsu. That's IAMMEDATSU.com.
Very interesting. So you'll be launching your fashion design?
I won't be launching the full spring summer collection
Okay.
until March 30th during the trunk show that I'll be having at K Crochet.
Wonderful. We need to make sure BOC is a part of that you put that on our platform. Post that event. Go on there today so we can get that information out there. We want people to come and support you. You are a member, and as a member, that's one of the things you receive from Business Over Coffee is more connections, more collaboration, more exposure, which is exactly what you're getting today, and more business. So I know that I'd like to talk to you about some of these myself. And tell me, now you're a fashion designer,
Yes.
and you make these from scratch,
Yes.
right? So what are some of the other pieces that you've made and that you have on hand, or do you custom make?
The majority of everything that I'll do is custom right now. But as I'm working with someone to do the technical patterns and picking out materials and everything else and finding a manufacturer, I plan on going to the bigger level where I can have manufactured clothing into different stores, major
Right.
retailers, or specialty boutiques.
So someone could call you right now and say, look, I've got a boutique. I want to have your unique pieces in my store, number one. Or someone like myself could call you and say, hey, I like your stuff. I want some of it. Either way, how would they get in touch with you?
Either they can reach me by email, and it's medatsu@iamedatsu.com.
Okay, you're going to have to spell that, Terrell.
I know. It's MEDATSU at IAMMEDATSU.
Okay. I am Medatsu.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Now, how do you spell Medatsu again?
M-E.
M-E.
Yes. D-A-T.
D-A-T-S-U.
S-U. Yes.
All right, write it down.
You can Google Medatsu, and I'll be the first person to come up.
Excellent.
Everything about it.
Now that is one good thing about having a word like that. You don't have any really competition out there because that is unique to you, and the work that you do is very unique. Now I can see where you and Charlisha, you do a lot of work together,
Yes.
and I can see why, because you create the pieces, she models the pieces, and then she snaps all the shots of all the other models that are wearing your pieces.
Yes.
So you got the photography and the entertainment, fashion design, so forth piece all together, which is outstanding. I'm very, very impressed with what you all do. Did you make the jacket?
No, I didn't make the jacket. I like to make accessories because accessories go well with everything. And it's difficult for someone to just say, because I like your blouse, your jacket, and your jeans.
Oh, my blouse. Okay, you can't see it because of this. I like my blouse too. Thank you.
But it's difficult to make something like that can go across all arenas
Sure.
or appeal to everyone. And that's one of the things that I would like to do is appeal to everyone where they just can dress up a common garment versus
Absolutely.
having something that they can only wear one time.
Right. Like, for instance, you took a t-shirt that you could play basketball in,
Right.
and you took a pair of jeans not the kind that are all scuffed up. I mean, I've tried to explain in professional wear. You can wear a pair of jeans. Just put a nice pair of shoes with it. See my ruffles on my shoes. You know, put I love your shoes. I don't think you can see the shoes, but we're enjoying them. Anyway, put a nice pair of heels with your jeans, ladies, and dress it up with a nice blazer, as Terrell's saying, or actually with one of his pieces here. And let's talk about this. Charlisha, you create earrings and I believe some other things.
Yes, I make jewelry,
Yes.
basically earrings, rings, necklaces, and bracelets. I use a lot of leather, wire wrapping, and stones are my signature materials that I love to use.
Nice.
These earrings I happen to have on now are made from cowhide.
Can I try it?
Yes.
Okay.
Cowhide and
These
sterling
look
silver
great.
wire.
We're
is
never
what's-
going to get our stuff back.
It's what these earrings are made of, and I normally sell them for about $20. But
That's
I also
amazing.
have leather in many other colors that I use. Just name a color, and I probably have it. And I do personalized leather pieces as well. Recently, I made someone a personalized Egyptian symbol bracelet made out of nothing but leather. I hand cut it. And also, I made someone some signature earrings out of leather.
Really?
So,
I'm going to go closer to the camera here because you're going to have to see this. It's absolutely phenomenal piece. This earring right here. Look at that. And what is this made of again?
It's made out of cowhide.
And here's all the nice work up at the top. And it matches this piece right here. Although these colors aren't going too well. But anyway, I love the way it comes down in a point because I have a round face. And especially when I wear my hair pulled back, this would really elongate my face.
Yes.
And so I think that's nice for people to do that. Now, some people may say this is too big for them. Do you make smaller earrings as
Yes,
well?
actually, I do custom pieces. So if you see something that I like, you can always call me and ask, can you make something similar? Now, one thing I don't do a lot is mass produce, especially something with one of my rings because I freehand design a lot of things. I don't sketch it out. So I start with just the materials and I keep going, and whatever it ends up
Right.
looking like at the end is what it is. And a lot of times it's hard for me to duplicate it.
Sure, and you know what? That's a good thing because especially when you're dealing with entertainers or radio, television personalities, that type of thing, they don't really want to be duplicated.
Exactly.
Because it's a unique thing. You can have your own look, your own design, and that's what I like. And off camera, I've got to talk to you guys because I really would love to have some of those. I think those are really nice. And just see, I would like to see all your pieces. I'd like to set up a time, which I'm sure you can do with other people, to where you can show everything that you have and talk about, you know, what their particular taste is and so forth. Now, do you also take individuals that are struggling with identifying their image?
Yes.
Okay, okay, tell me about it.
Yes, actually, along with my photography, I do wardrobe styling. And another thing I'm getting into now is professional image consulting.
Yes.
Where I will, I actually have one client so far who owns a beauty supply store who doesn't feel that she represents a beauty supply store with the fashion in her wardrobe. So what we're working on is getting her wardrobe and building her self-esteem up to the point where when she walks out, people will know that that's the type of business she owns. And she will
Excellent.
represent that business.
That's right.
Because you are the face of your business, and people
That's
need to realize that if you're the face of your business, you have
Yes.
to represent your business all the time.
You're a walking logo.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes, so that's something I do, and also with wardrobe styling. I have people come to me who just want to be a little bit more fashionable. They don't know how to put an outfit together, and that's something I can help them with. With my education with fashion merchandising,
Yes.
I learned how to put together the elements and principles of design in fashion in order for you to go out and be fashionable but in
Yes.
harmony at the same time.
Very nice. So you can work with someone that is an attorney or someone that is an entertainer.
Yes.
And you can match their wardrobe to what they have to do and put some I would call it flash with it without them knowing it, probably.
Yes. One of my biggest things, I want to be effortless.
Yes.
Still look good at the same time. I like to
Yes.
put looks together. It looks like, oh, well, she looks really good, but it didn't look like she took an hour in the closet to put it together.
Yes.
So a lot of times what I would do is I'll actually, it depends on how they're how they want the service, because I will do a yearly assessment where I will basically personally shop for you and give you a profile of everything that you would need to buy according to your budget and what your lifestyle is.
Very nice.
I can do that by season, or I can do that by year. And also, what I like to do is find out a lot about the person's personalities and things that they like, because although I'm dressing you, I don't want it to look like I dressed you. I want it to look like you dressed yourself.
That's good.
So I like
Now,
to
the
get,
question I think some of the viewers may have, I know I would if I were watching, is what would your cost be to do something like that? And I'm going to ask you the same question, Terrell, in a moment about the cost factor of your wardrobing and so forth. So if someone needed you to sit down with them, let's just say they started with a consultation, what would you charge them for that?
well, actually, the consultations are free.
Okay.
And then we would go from there depending on exactly what type of service they need. If it's maybe one look, say they're going to an event and they want to look really good and just don't know what to wear,
Right.
I charge $25 per look.
Okay.
But if they need like a yearly or seasonal assessment, it already depends on their budget and how much shopping I would be doing, so that's something we'll have to negotiate. But I really,
Sure.
I'm very reasonable on that. So.
Oh, definitely. Now, $25 means that's for the shopping. That's not for the clothing.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
for the shopping.
Yes. Or for whatever you're designing, that would be a separate price, like if you made earrings or so forth. But $25 is for your time, which is very reasonable for you to go out and be a personal shopper, basically, is what you're doing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now, if you would tell our viewers where they would be able to find your information and how they could contact you, which, first of all, I can tell you can find both Terrell and Charlisha at businessovercoffee.biz. All you do is go to the search bar and search Terrell, Terrell, or you can search Charlisha, that's Charlisha, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So tell us how to find you outside of that.
Well, you can email me at contact@charlisharenata.com, and that's CharlishaRenata.com. Or you can just visit my website. If you Google Charlisha, I will be the first one to come up, and
Excellent.
you can email me directly through my website.
Okay, what is your web address?
My web address is www.charlisharenata.com.
Oh, perfect. And you've already spelled that for us, so good deal. Now, Terrell, let's switch to you. Tell us, like for instance, the piece around your neck that I got to model a moment ago. What would that cost someone if they wanted to purchase it from you?
Now it'll cost $30 for each piece. I have a wide array of colors and designs, different materials that's down at Crochet. And like I said, I haven't uploaded them online yet.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay, now, do you have other pieces that you are actually spotlighting right now? Or is this your focal point at this point?
This will be my focal point. I have some men's bow ties that I'll be releasing next week.
Excellent.
It's about 15 of them, and all of them are wonderful prints. They're going outside of the normal realm of a paisley bow tie or a solid
Sure.
colored bow tie. It's something that's more of a conversational piece for a man versus just them looking all stuffy and uptight.
Sure. Now, if I came to you and said, look, I want to get a complete wardrobe, maybe not wardrobe, but a complete outfit, right?
I was about to say, I'm rich. A complete wardrobe.
A complete outfit, and I wanted you to talk with me, and maybe I like big legged pants and that kind of thing, and I love blazers, and I like lots of color and that kind of thing. Would you be able to make something like that?
Yes, I'll be able to make something like that, but the process goes like I consult with you. I'll sit down, find out like the colors that you like, if you want to accentuate any certain body parts, if you want to hide anything, and then we'll work on the sketch for the actual garment. After we work on the sketch, I'll get the technical drawings made for your size, one size larger and one size smaller, because just in case you lose weight or gain weight.
Sure.
We still want you to be able to have that garment to be able to be produced.
Okay.
And then from there, after I get the sizes, the sample, the technical drawings back, that's when I will start to actually sew the garment in your size. Then after I finish the garment, it'll be pretty much your garment, and you get to keep that design also.
Okay. Now, what would something like that cost?
I guess for pants.
Let's just say the initial consultation.
The initial
and then if
consultation.
you were going into creating a full outfit, what do you think approximately it would cost?
The initial consultation is always free because I love to talk to people.
Sure.
And of course, when you have a conversation, you're like, hey, it's another idea, and I might sketch something off on the side and have like a whole nother dress or another outfit that goes along with it. But for something like a one-of-a-kind sundress,
Sure.
it'll start at about $150.
Okay. And that's what you would pay if you were to go to the store, and it's not customized.
Right.
So that's incredible. You would be the only person wearing this particular outfit, and it would have your name, I'm sure, in the tag.
Yes.
Oh, and what would that say?
Medatsu.
I'm gonna have to-
MEDATSU. It's like
Medatsu.
me, that's you. You know how everybody in
Me,
New Orleans
that's
say,
you.
who that?
Ah,
That's you.
Medatsu. Okay, I think I can remember that now. All right, so let's talk a little bit. We're going to segue into another topic because today is MLK Day, and I know very well because my children are home from school. And also, we are in Memphis, Tennessee, where the actual death took place of MLK. And Martin Luther King Jr. has had an extreme influence on the lives of so many different people. My 11-year-old son loves to read about him. He wrote a report about him last year, and he talks about him quite frequently, loves to watch the documentaries and the I Have a Dream. And I love to see the dream come to pass. Right now, we're living the dream. And that's a part of what Business Over Coffee does, is we bring everyone together from every walk of life, from every economic background to every type of business, from a startup business all the way to entertainers, fashion designers, independent professionals, CEOs of large corporations, accountants, so forth. We have attorneys, doctors, political officials, lots of different people, pastors, missionaries, that we bring together. And so that's the dream that I've actually seen come to fruition with Business Over Coffee. And it goes all the way back to Martin Luther King Jr. having a dream that everyone could come together. And I would like to talk to both of you about how Martin Luther King Jr. has influenced you in your life. And I know, Terrell, you grew up here in Memphis.
Yes.
So let's talk a little about that.
Martin Luther King was I guess really influential throughout like my whole lifespan because I grew up in Memphis.
Yes.
So and when there's so many historical things that have happened in Memphis, the reason why he was here during the sanitation workers, and everything, it has like a really big impact.
Yes, it does. Have you actually seen the hotel?
Yes, we took a lot of field trips to the hotel throughout the school because I can't remember when it was actually built, but it was so much controversy around it, and I think it's been for like 20 years now.
Yes.
Right?
It's been a while.
I can't remember the young lady's name that's out.
Jacqueline Smith.
Yeah, Jacqueline Smith. That's been protesting for like the last 20 years because she barricaded herself inside and she didn't feel like the gentrification of the South Main district was actually the route to go. So of course now South Main is coming up, of course, but we just have to continue to support all businesses, especially small businesses in everybody's individual area.
Definitely. Yes. And do you see what I'm talking about when I say Business Over Coffee? I believe it's fulfilling a dream
Yes.
of bringing everyone together.
Yes.
Charlisha, what have you seen in terms of Business Over Coffee working toward that end and actually seeing it come to fruition?
It's actually really great. I love the fact that we can get a diverse group of people together going toward the same goal.
Yes.
And that's something that I'm doing right now with Memphis Fashion Group.
Okay.
I started the group to bring more of a national awareness to the fashion industry in Memphis that is emerging.
Yes.
And one of my main focuses right now is bringing everyone together as a community
Wonderful.
first before we
Okay.
can build upon it. We need a solid
Yes.
foundation in order to keep going.
That's
so
right.
that's one of my main focuses. I deal with a lot of fashion designers and a lot of fashion people because of my profession.
Yes.
And one of the problems that I see is that everyone is on their own. They're holding their own shows and they're doing their own things, or they only have a certain small group of people that they work with.
Right.
And what I'm trying to do is get people to step outside their circles, step outside their comfort zone,
Yes.
and work with other people in the industries. That way we can all promote each other in order to promote
Absolutely.
Memphis as a whole.
Absolutely. And you said something about stepping outside the comfort zone. And once we do, we stretch ourselves. And Charlisha, we were talking about your fashion network, I believe you called it. What was the name of it?
Memphis
again?
Fashion Group.
Memphis Fashion Group. And I heard you mention something about bringing everyone together, which is the tagline for Business Over Coffee. So you're really singing my song right
Yes.
now, because I really feel what you're saying. Two is better than one. I say it almost every day. But I go back to my biblical principles because my father is a pastor and I grew up hearing him preach all the time about one's a lonely number. And he would use that scripture about two being better than one. And it's so true. There is strength in numbers.
Yes.
And so when we come together with Business Over Coffee, it's collaboration, connections, exposure, business. And when you get that collaboration effort, you get so much more exposure. It's a win-win. You win, we win, the person that's hearing about us win.
Yes.
So tell me how you're doing that, the collaboration effort. Have you been successful with that?
So far, yes. It started off as just being very small versus just me as well.
Sure.
And then we started a Facebook group
Yes.
where we added about 15 people in the beginning. 15 people
Okay.
that we know in the industry that
Yes.
were, how should I say it, movers. People
Yes,
that are actually
movers
doing
and
something.
shakers.
Yes.
Make sure you add me to that. I want to be in that list of movers. Okay.
Yeah, so we did that for a while and we tried to keep it small, and then I decided to, well, why not add more? You know,
Sure.
maybe we'll find some people that we don't know, or maybe they can share it out to someone else that can be very helpful in our
Absolutely.
cause. So then we decided to add about 60 more people to the group. And after we did that, everyone's all for it and everyone's, together. So right now what we do is, like, if we're having any event or anything like that, we'll put it in the group first. Or
Right.
now what a lot of the group members do is that they have an idea, they'll share it with the group and get
That's
feedback.
wonderful. That's good. So you're collaborating. That would be
Yes.
considered collaboration. And then you're giving the others exposure as well. Now,
Yes.
do you hold events for your fashion network?
Not yet. That's something we are planning on doing in the near future. We would like to do a networking event where we can invite people out to actually just see people in person.
Absolutely.
And meet. It's more of a meet and greet thing that we want to
Yes.
do, because the fashion industry is so broad. It goes
Yes.
from models to photographers to designers to hairstylists to makeup
Sure,
artists. So
definitely.
just about anyone in the beauty industry is about the fashion industry.
Right.
So with us being on Facebook, is so many people that can come to the group on the internet, but we want to get more of a person to person physical contact going on. So the
Yes.
networking event will be coming up soon, but right now what we have a website, which is www.memphisfashion.com, where we actually share a lot of the news that we find out about the Memphis fashion industry. We share events there, and also one of the main things that I want to do is be able to share industry opportunities.
Yes.
I'm a fashion merchandising major at the University of Memphis, so one of my goals is to find an intern.
Yes.
And working with a lot of boutiques as a photographer, I find that they need help, but they don't know where to go to get it.
Right.
So one of my main things is to be able to provide basically a central information hub for the Memphis fashion
Sure.
industry. So anyone that's wanting to get into the industry as a child that wants to be a designer or
Right.
an adult that just wants to open a boutique. They'll
Sure.
be able to go there to get the resources that they probably wouldn't find anywhere else, or just get a little help finding the
Right.
resources they need in order to start.
Well, I'm glad you said that about an intern, because we just kicked off our internship with BOC. And what we do is, if I see someone that I believe is deserving or really needs the help and I believe in what you're doing, then I will appoint an intern to you. Now, that's as they become available.
Yes.
But you're talking to the right person, because we can make that happen for you.
Okay.
And we're very excited about our internship program. Another thing is, I would like you all to consider possibly doing a sponsorship of one of our Click and Connects. Now, what does that mean? You may say, sponsorship? I don't have the money to do that. I'm trying to build a business. Okay, all you do to sponsor a Click and Connect is, first of all, you're a member. Secondly, you just bring donuts and or chips or whatever, bag of cookies, whatever, and that's your sponsor. Okay, you're talking $15, $20 maximum that you're going to spend on bringing that, probably less than that, $10. And you get a 30-minute spot to where you can actually come in, spotlight your clothing, spotlight what you do for 30 minutes to
Wow.
our Click and Connect audience, which, as you know, it's usually a pretty large audience,
Yes, it
anywhere
is.
from 30 to 40 people, and it's usually about 15 to 20 people brand new. In fact, the last one we had, they were lined down the halls. We had over 100 people there, so it was pretty exciting. So consider doing that, and maybe you can let me model an outfit that was made for me or something. That'd be nice. Especially one of those. I like that. So excellent. I'm very excited about that. One more thing before we go off the air. I would like for you to talk to the viewers and tell them what exactly you would say to someone that walked in the door right now and they needed your services. What would you say?
Well, first of all, I would say that I am not only a photographer, but I'm a fashion professional. So I am able to fulfill just about every need that you would need according to photography or fashion.
Yes.
I can style you, I can photograph you, I can help you out with any other assistance that you may need as far as marketing material. I also do corporate things too, and another thing I want to do is more of a retail visual merchandising, where if you were a boutique owner, I can come in and help you lay out your store.
Excellent.
So I'm an all-around fashion marketing professional. So if you need someone that has anything to do with fashion, you can contact me.
And you've got great connections, such as...
Yes. If I can't do it, I know someone who probably can.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Terrell, would you tell us, what would you say to someone that walked in and they were your perfect fit as a client?
Mine would be pretty simple. It'll be like, welcome to my dad's food. You're about to enter an atmosphere of style.
I like that, an atmosphere of style.
Yeah, that's my tagline too.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So one other thing, I hear, well, I just heard today that we are negotiating right now and talking about a good possibility of you launching Fashion TV on our BOCI TV platform.
Yes. That's something I'm really excited about. Recently, there was a fashion show here from a Memphis native who's now living in New York, who did a show at South Main, which was pretty awesome. And we did an interview with her, and that gave us the idea to do more interviews with more of the designers that we connect with through the Memphis Fashion Group. So that would be an awesome way for them to get the exposure, and then for BOC members or any other viewers to be able to find out about these people. They might have something that you really want, or they may be able to help you obtain something that you need.
Without a doubt. So I'm very excited to talk with you more, talk about a date and so forth. So be watching for that good possibility that Fashion TV is coming to our platform. So I'm going to have both of you give your web address, your phone number, and your email address for the viewers, starting with Charlisha.
Okay, you can find me online at www.charlisharenata.com. That's CharlishaReNata.com. My email address is contact@charlisharenata.com. And my phone number is 901-213-8293.
Excellent. Terrell?
Terrell Jones.
I'm sorry, I've been calling you Terrell the whole time.
It works.
Terrell, please forgive me.
It's okay.
My grandma calls me Terrell. So.
Okay, all right, so I fit into the grandma category. There you go. Hey, you can't get much better than that. Go ahead, Terrell.
You can find me at www.iammedatsu.com, and that's IAMMEDATSU.com. My phone number is 901-283-3468. You can email me at medatsu, MEDATSU, at IamMedatsu.com.
I am so excited that both of you have come onto the set today. On to BOC TV. We've been talking about this for some time.
Yes.
So I hope that one of you can make the click and connect on this coming Thursday. That is not tomorrow. That is this coming Thursday on the 19th from 9 to 11 a.m. It will be virtual, so you can watch it internationally. You can also chat with us internationally. Or you can come out and visit us at the headquarters. We would love to see you at 5865 Ridgeway Center Parkway in Memphis, Tennessee, 38120. You can call us for more information at 901-820-4469. Also, if you're in the Atlanta area, you can call 404-885-6662. We would love to hear from you. Also, our email address is connect@businessovercoffee.biz. You can find us online at businessovercoffee.biz, or go to Facebook. You don't have to love us, just like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/businessovercoffee. And until we meet again, we are going to continue to bring everyone together through more connections, more collaboration, more exposure, and more business. God bless you on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I hope you have a wonderful day. And just remember, continue to bring everyone together. Excellent.